Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about my top 3 aggressive basketball defense drills. Now, why do I like aggressive basketball defense drills? The reason is because if you can teach aggressiveness in practice, you are going to be a really good basketball defensive team. Now, let's get down to the clipboard and let me show you these 3 basketball drills. Okay, so first we have a ball handler and we have 2 defensive players. The whole idea here is for the blue player to get past half, and we want these 2 red players to trap that player along the sidelines. Now, if you would like, you can also run the same thing on the other side with 3 other players going in that direction. However, sometimes that can be a bit distracting and sometimes they run into each other. So personally I don't, but I have seen coaches that do, one of my assistant coaches being one of them. Anyways, so what happens here? Player 1, his whole main objective is to sprint and dribble as fast as he can past half. Meanwhile, we want these 2 players to cut him off and then start leading him in a certain direction. Now, what happens here? Let's say player 2 starts leading player 1 over towards that sideline. We want player 4 to follow up and to stay behind to cut off the spin move. Now, if for example they're going up and they're moving and they're moving and they're moving, and now what happens is, let's say we have player 1 saying, "Oh crap, I'm getting too close to the sideline." He's going to then spin off and player 4 is going to pick him up. And at this time, we're going to now have these players moving like this, player 4 directing player, or the blue player, over towards that sideline, and we have player 2 cutting off that spin. Now, as soon as he gets within 2 to 4 feet of that half-court line, we want player 2 to start really putting pressure on that blue player so that now when they get to the sideline, they get trapped. Now, this is a very aggressive drill, and if you can coach your players and say, hey, by all means, these are the strategies that you can use. Stay low, cut off the spin, things like that. Now, when it gets to the game and you're running a 3-quarter or a full court press, now your team is going to be doing much better against the other team, because now your team knows, hey, this player is going to try and spin off, and now I need to go and cut him off. And by doing these drills, you're going to become very successful. Now going on to our second drill. Really quickly though, you can also stack that first drill by adding 3 defensive players and having 2 offensive players. And the whole premise is the same idea, where you have a player cutting off player 1, you have a player cutting off the spin move, and now you've got that third player who can either play deeper or right on that other player, player 5 blue, so that now he can shut down him, and these 2 players are still running the same thing as the last drill I just showed you. Okay, now this second drill, we're going to have player 2 starting at the elbow, player 1 starting down the baseline. You can actually have 2 players running the same thing on the other end, going in the same or the opposite direction. So basically, you can set up pylons at half court. It's up to you. Personally, I do, so my teammates or my players know what's going on and they cannot pass those pylons. But what we're going to be having here is having player 2. He's going to pass the ball to player 1. At this point, what we want to see is for player 1 to do zigzag type dribbling down court. Once he gets to that 3-point line, he is going to go all out, 1 shot only, driving towards the rim. Now, you're saying, okay, well, what's the difference from this to a regular pylon zigzag drill? Coaches can run the zigzag drill, that's no problem. But this is now simulating real game, where there's no designated, hey, you need to go to this pylon, you need to go to this pylon, you need to go to this pylon. No, this is player 1 going mano a mano against player 2. Player 2 is stopping player 1 from getting to half. Now, how I like to set this up is I like to have a coach over here on each side, whether it be at half court or not, but on the sideline or at half, it doesn't matter. But that coach is timing player 1 and player 2. If player 1 is unable to get past half within 8 seconds, player 2 wins. What happens there? This player who is dribbling the ball now needs to go get 2 basketballs and do 30 seconds of intense 2-ball dribbling drills. This way, we can now train that player a lot better. Hey, that guy was unable to get past half in the designated amount of time. Now we need to work on his dribbling drills. So some coaches always, I've been there. We always say, okay, go do 20 push-ups, go do 3 suicides, whatever it may be. But when you're talking about this, and you can say, hey, you're not getting past half in 8 seconds, you need to go and get 2 basketballs, do intense 2-ball dribbling drills. And if you have a second assistant coach, or you can have 2 assistant coaches running this drill and yourself as the head coach drilling those players, saying, hey, I want you to do 2-ball dribbling drills, super low, super quick. I want you to be sprinting the length of the court as fast as you can. I want you to be doing in and out dribbles. I want you to do 1 high, 1 low, whatever it may be. But now, of course, this is a punishment, but at the same time, it's not, because you are improving that player. And not all punishments have to be cardio or muscular. Some can be skills as well, just intense skills. Now, a really fun drill that we like to run is basically, this is a lot of fun. Sometimes you can start it at half. If you have a big enough court, you could do 2 players at half and have this team with the ball as well. And basically, these players are going to be passing back and forth in the same spot. They're not moving. When the coach blows his whistle, whoever has that ball needs to go and attack that rim. If there's players on this side, they're also going to be attacking the rim just down on that end. And what we're going to be doing is having the other player who doesn't have that ball, he needs to get his butt in front of player 2 and to stop him from scoring, whether it be taking a charge, remembering to practice the perfect way to take a charge, which is pushing yourself on the ground after you fall, because then that limits injuries and doesn't really do too much to your body. But going from there, also teaching your defensive player how to cut off a player and redirect that player so that it's a contested shot. Now, I hope that these drills are aggressive enough for your team, and I hope that these drills help you become a better basketball team. And if they do, let us know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or any ideas for future videos, let us know down there as well. And I will see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.